Right, so today's job is to get all of the footings poured for our oak gazebo. I'm not going to use brick piers, I'm actually going to use the traditional sort of Staddlestones, and I'm going to use those on the front three, and on the back wall I'm going to use some brickwork. So what I wanted is a decent amount of concrete as a footing underneath that, and then we'll sit the Staddlestone on top. I think that will give us a nice strong base. It's not a particularly heavy building, but I wanted something that's going to last. I also need to get these in place before we start paving around here, so I want to get the Staddlestones in and then we can cut around those.
Now the original idea was to pour a 4-inch slab of concrete on the patio, so that's why they stand 4 inches higher than the sub base. I ended up putting the sub base in before the concrete, which was probably not ideal, but it meant that now we're going for a natural stone. I'd need to mark down that 4 inches or 100 mil and only fill to that level. That means when I took the shuttering out, that the concrete footings would stay level with the rest of the sub base. So I think it was around 4.5 to 1 this mix, so a fairly strong footings mix, and obviously just doing it in a wheelbarrow, and that's too much water I think, but anyway it did the job. And got those in and just gave them kind of 24 hours, 48 hours to go off before we started looking for Staddlestones. So at this point we haven't got a mixer on site. We're still in kind of debate whether we should buy one for the next few months of work or whether we just hire each time we need one. But for now a wheelbarrow was fine. It was about 1.5 barrows per footing. So I'm just checking, just so I know it's going to end up roughly the same height, so that we can lay paving over the top of this. Knocking out any air gaps that might have been trapped there. And then at this point I'm thinking, well, it's going to be near impossible to remove that wooden shuttering. And this is why I should have done all this footings before laying in the sub base, but in hindsight it's a good thing. But anyway, so I decided to drill out some holes on either side of the shuttering, and then that would hopefully give me some leverage that I can pry them up. And at this point the concrete's still going off, so I thought best get it out now, and then if there was a small gap I could backfill it with some more concrete. And I was trying not to disturb the sub base, it had already been well compacted around it. So same again on those front three. We're actually going to hire the plate compactor again this week, so what we'll do is run over the whole of this again, and I need to kind of rake it out and get some better levels to make sure we've got the right slope. And that's it. I smoothed out, made a bit of a wet mix to fill in any of the gaps where the shuttering was, and then just finished it off level with the rest of the sub base. So with the concrete footings setting up overnight, I can now get the Staddlestones, like the pad stones, in place for the oak to sit on. We're back in the land of crazy. If they don't have it, I don't know where will. That's cool. I don't need a spiral staircase, but if I did, got these old millstones, I'll make a fun tabletop. I'm wondering if I could make my own, if I can find the right stones, and surely I could drill them to put the rod in. Check out these for some oak booms. Spend a day here, it's like a free museum. And they're nice. Maybe not for now, but for a future project for indoor flooring. Oh, they would look good in our place. So I'm on the hunt for some squarish block stone that I can cut and make my own, rather than spending a small fortune on the purpose cut ones. Look at these flagstones. They're proper reclaimed York stone. So I think I'm going to have to face facts and buy the pre-made Staddlestones. I don't think I'm going to manage to find anything suitable, just natural stone. We'll keep looking. Some of these old flagstones, they could be cut with the circular saw, but I don't think they're going to be tall enough off the ground to stop the moisture, kind of the rain, hitting the bottom of the oak. Reclaimed bricks, I think we've got enough of those. I did think about using those, but I don't know, under the frost and with the oak weight on them, they might not be strong enough. Bit rough. Don't know what Joe would make out if I brought back a yellow submarine. Like a phone box graveyard. These are all like old theatre or cinema seats with folding ones. Wow. I didn't even recognise these from the Village Fete. Though these hand-carved doors are probably a little bit extravagant for our place. Solid teak. Right, I think we've got no choice but to go for these. Worse than picking Christmas trees.